Man, you can tell spring is definitely on the way. I've been trying to film this kind of introduction a few times, and every time I go around a corner there's some dog walkers, or at one point there was a group of about 20 hikers. So yeah, there's lots of people around. It's a Sunday afternoon, so I guess that's maybe why. It is 4 PM though. The sun is meant to set in an hour, so I kind of thought it would be getting a bit more quieter, but I guess not. There's some people actually coming behind me. So I'm nearly to my camping spot where I intend to wild camp tonight. I've got some soup. I'm going to make the best hot chocolate ever. I've got a new air mattress which I'm quite excited about. Hopefully gonna keep on hiking and get to my spot before someone else comes. Well, I hope you can just about see me. Maybe I should have chosen a more secluded spot for my first wild camp of the year. So yeah, it's just gone 5:30. The sun set about 10 minutes ago. That does look quite red on the camera. So yeah, I'm going to quickly eat my soup. I made this earlier. It's roast peppers and tomatoes. I think about 21 peppers, bell peppers, capsicums. So I gave them away to whoever wanted them, and I made 2 lots of roast pepper soup. So I've got some bread here to eat it with. Unfortunately, in my haste for leaving, I didn't bring a spoon, so I'm just gonna have to drink this soup. I think tonight I'm just going to wild camp here. It's quite flat, and I'm hopefully going to lay in this section here. I haven't brought a tent. I've just got my sleeping bag, a bivvy, and I've got a brand new air mattress which will be interesting to try out. I did sleep here 2 years ago. In fact, that was like my first wild camp on this channel, and I remember I wild camped. I slept somewhere over there and it was so windy I had to move at 2 AM. But that was a fun wild camping experience. And then a week after that it snowed. So yeah, I kind of don't think it's going to snow again this year. You never know. But I was hoping to get out again in the snow and do a little wild camp, but I think it's probably just going to, I think spring is on the way. The reviews for these was quite favourable. I think the only thing that let it down was the fact that it was a struggle to get it back in its little zip-up bag. So, wow, this is massive. I'm going to inflate it and then put it inside my Bivvy bag. Cool. So this feels quite nice. Before delaying on this, I was planning on bringing my kind of sleeping mat just to put below this to prevent punches, because even though I am on grass I am still conscious of that, and that would be quite an unfortunate way to use my little inflatable mat the first time. But I'll put it in my Bivvy bag and I hope I don't get any punches. So I said I'd do a really fancy hot chocolate. I got this set for Christmas. So it's a hot chocolate and I've got cream and I've got some sprinkles. So yesterday I was at the tiny house all day, but I wasn't super productive and I got the wrong cable glands, so I've ordered some more of those. I decided to put in another plug socket, so I need some more cable. One thing I did manage to do yesterday was use the jigsaw cutter and cut out the hole for the caravan hookup, so at least that's something. Yesterday was a bit disappointing in regards to doing tiny housework, but I guess you get days like that. So today, whilst I made that roast pepper soup from the dumpster dived peppers, I also made a lemon drizzle cake from some lemons which were in the bin, and that's what I was eating earlier whilst I was waiting for everybody to leave. So I've actually got sprinkles. I'm probably just going to eat the chocolate ones, but I've got a few of those ones. Pop them on there. And I've got orange and chocolate powder. If it wasn't chocolatey enough. Voila. So now I'm going to sit here on my nice sleeping mat and enjoy it and watch the boats. This hot chocolate tastes pretty damn good if I do say so myself. I drink quite a lot of these at work, but it's a different type of chocolate. But this combined with everything else is really nice. I'm not a big fan of marshmallows, hence why they weren't there, but I can actually really taste that orangey chocolate powder. So, because it got dark so quickly, I will do, I guess, a camp tour in the morning. But one thing I will do before bed is go on Vessel Finder and see what's lurking out tonight. So we have F/VBM. It is a fishing vessel. It's quite small. What are you? Sardinia Liberty oil products tanker. It's going to Immingham. And that one is Provider, a fishing vessel. So I guess I'm going to end it here. One good thing to note is that I did find my sleeping mat. I'd put it in a really sensible place and I put it back in my bag. I have that beneath the air mattress, which I feel a lot better about, and then I've got those two inside my Bivvy bag, and I've got a fleece liner and I've got my sleeping bag, so I should be warm enough tonight. It's just gone 7 p.m, so it's really early, so I think I'm just going to relax and maybe read a book on my phone. I guess I'll say good night from my little wild camp in the dark, but yeah, good night. Well, I guess good morning. It's just gone 7 a.m, so it is quite late, I feel, to be sleeping in on a wild camp, even though the sun, I think, pretty much just rose. It was meant to clear during the night, but it was cloudy pretty much all night. It's cloudy now, so there's going to be no sunrise. But yeah, once I got to sleep at, I think, after about midnight, I did sleep pretty much all the way through. My sleeping mat was great. I was so warm last night, I think too warm. I had to take off a few layers. Not that I have many layers on. I normally bring my thermals, but I accidentally grabbed a skirt which is the same material as my thermal, so that didn't happen. But yeah, I've just got some jeans, socks, bed socks, a polo neck top, a t-shirt and a hoodie, and I was too warm. So that's quite a good thing to say about like a winter camp. Yeah, the sleeping mat was pretty amazing to sleep on, but to sleep on this with the inbuilt pillow was great, and I look forward to future wild camps with it. But I think it's quite a good idea to tuck everything into the Bivvy bag so it's kind of all one thing. Yeah, these are my bed socks. Heat holders. I think I got them from maybe Go Outdoors ages ago. I was actually in Sheffield going to this underground river, fell in, I needed some dry clothes, so I got these and they definitely do the job. So I'll run through my really untidy sleeping setup. So this is my thermal fleece liner, which did a very good job at keeping me lovely and warm. And then this is my winter sleeping bag. I can't remember what ratings it is. I've had this for ages, as you can tell it's quite old now. So I think come next winter I would definitely like to upgrade to maybe a sleeping quilt combined with the fleece. But this kept me warm. It's just huge and it takes up half my 40 litre rucksack, so I'd like to upgrade in the future. This is my foam underlay, which completely moved during the night, and as you can see this is a little worse for wear as well, so I should probably get something better at some point. This is a simple Bivvy bag which did a very good job of keeping it all together, and I definitely felt warmer for having this Bivvy bag. And this was my sleeping mat. It stayed up and I heard some very good reviews about it. I read one review about someone who had been using it for several months in their house because they didn't have a mattress, and they said it stayed up, it kept inflated really well. So yeah, and I'm quite pleased with this. So yeah, if that's the brand, if anyone's interested, Hike Venture. So yeah, I would recommend. So I think now I'm going to just pack up and head home. I'm at work at midday today, so I'll probably get back, have a quick tidy, have a shower and then head to work. I guess I'll probably rate this camping spot a cargo ship, maybe 6.5 out of 10, I don't know, 7. It's my own fault for not getting here early enough, because even though I was using I've got a little light mount which I put on top of my camera, I don't really like using it because it kind of draws attention to yourself, and when I've been like wild camping, urban camping, sleeping places where I shouldn't be, I don't like to draw attention to myself for obvious reasons, and yeah, I couldn't film as much because it got dark so quickly last night, so I had to rely on the light a bit. And it also in a way kind of detracts from the kind of whole wild camping experience, because as much as I like to bring you guys along, I like to do so in a way that doesn't involve having to shine a light. So I look forward to the summer wild camps where there's more time to kind of film the process and you don't have to use a light to show what you're doing. That was a very lengthy explanation of hindrances of wild camping, I guess. As I said, one of the minuses about this sleeping mat, as I guess with any sleeping mats, is that it's such a hassle to get it back in its little backpack. So we'll see how I get on. So this inflatable mat is definitely not going back into its bag. If anybody has any tips on how to get it back into its bag, let me know. I kind of think maybe the only way is to get some kind of pump which has a reverse or like a deflate function. But yeah, that's not going back in its little sleeping bag. Not that it matters too much, but yeah.